오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 나는 선호해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선호해 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선호해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선호해 그런 선호해 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 지금부터 갈 때까지 가볼까 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 성숙해 보이지만
Alright.
그때 노는 여자
That was good.
That was awesome.
That was
That
awesome.
was a lot of fun.
So now Miss Cora is going to introduce our project.
Well, thank you for learning about volcanoes with us. We changed it to so this is going to be a month-long project, and when you get the instructions today, it will have all of your instructions for the entire month. At the very end, there's a timeline that breaks it up week to week. That is a suggestion. You can do it whenever you'd like, but please keep in mind there's a lot of drying, and to make sure that this is sturdy and lasts, we want to make sure that a lot of these layers will dry completely. So keep that in mind when you're planning out when you will make your volcanoes.
And try to do, even if you can't stick to the timeline, try to do a little each week at least, because this is not a project that you can do all in one shot. You're going to have it done by November
30th, we will be presenting.
Yes.
But we're giving you until we planned it so you don't have to work on Thanksgiving break. But if you need it, definitely use that time. But for sure, November 30th, we will present all together here on Zoom.
So we are going to make
Volcano.
volcano.
So in your trusty dusty House of Steam bag, we have a gallon Ziploc bag for you that says volcano on it. And inside, you have 3 colors of paint. You can make any color with these 3 colors. So that is why we have these to get started for you. You also have, what is this? Bag of flour.
It's a bag of flour. These are deconstructed cookies. Just kidding. It's a bag of flour, guys.
A bag of flour. And then there's a smaller Ziploc bag in there with 3 interesting substances in it. The first one is soap. This little orange thing is soap. It smells good. You'll be using that. This one is baking soda. And this one is vinegar.
Don't recommend smelling that one.
Don't smell that one. So that is what you will get in your volcano bag. And then when you got your supplies, you also got this poster board. Yeah, that too. And then, sorry, there's a lot of materials. One of the processes that we'll talk about is the planning process. And so inside your bag, you also have a sketchbook. This is a really good tool to use to sketch out ideas, write down notes, keep a little bit, organized. There's 50 pages. And so use this to your advantage. And when you, sorry, there's a lot of stuff. When you get your instructions, you will also get these 2 sheets. A STEAM family project planning sheet, and it has a blueprint, a materials list, and ideas. This is a starter guide for you and your family to start brainstorming. What's brainstorming?
Brainstorming is when everybody sits around and throws their ideas out at each other. Don't physically throw something at each other. Just tell each other ideas that you have, and just think of it with the same rules that we have here. When somebody tells you their idea, you're not going to look at them and say, that's not a good idea. No,
Sure,
there
write it
are
down.
no bad ideas. We are going to write down everybody's ideas and then take a little bit from everybody and build our blueprint. Our blueprint is like the bones of what we are going to make.
It's
Our
also
master
really
plan.
important to maybe even keep in mind what you want your volcano to look like, because that way you have a sense of direction to go for when you're building. And the last thing you will get besides the instructions is this reflection sheet. This will go over a little bit more, but just know that this is in here and will be used at the end of the month. But this is also very useful. 2 for sure. 3 if you want to count engineering.
Yes, because you are building.
Because you are building. Now, science is one of them, and that's, the volcano. That is why we talk about volcanoes today. Very scientific. And research is also part of that. And art, because we love art and it's fun. And so the engineering that you might want to count in there is building the foundation. This will be what you use to hold your volcano. And you will be spending at least up until next week doing a foundation for your volcano, because we will be doing paper mache.
You can make glue out of flour. That's another fun fact. We're going to make our paste with simple flour and water, right?
And a little bit of glue.
Oh, and a little bit of glue, but mostly flour and water.
Yes. There is a recommended recipe on the instructions. I think it's 2 parts water to 1 part flour. Go ahead and get creative with your your mixture when you're making it. You want it to be sticky, and you also want it to be liquidy as well.
We'll get to that.
But we'll get to that later.
Yes. So that is what are you going to start with? You're going to start with your blueprint, with your ideas, with your brainstorming. This is a week all about ideas and creativity. I want you guys to picture what you want to build, what you want the finished product to be, and just start to work towards making what you want. So we're planning. And
then we're starting. You don't have to finish this week, but we're starting our foundation.
yes.
Now, this is where the engineering kind of comes in, and you want to make sure that this foundation is going to be sturdy, because that's what you will be putting the paper mache on. So I have some balloons. We didn't include balloons in yours, but I got this pack of 25 balloons at the Dollar Tree. And one great way to build a foundation is to have something in the middle that you can build around, and balloons are a great resource that you can use, but you want to be careful not to pop them, because then it gets a little messy. Cardstock, which is harder paper, is really good for a foundation. So it's cardboard, maybe paper plates. I won't give you all the answers, but get creative. You want to make sure you create a foundation to put paper mache. Paper mache can get really, really heavy, so you want to make sure it can withstand the weight as it dries. And you can make it big. This is a pretty good sized board. You can do it. But this water bottle or a cup would be a great way to make your little volcanic
a holder for your volcanic ingredients. So think about that. And maybe, I don't know, you could possibly start building your foundation around your water bottle or other container. So start thinking about what you can use.
Eventually, these volcanoes will erupt. So you want to make sure you have a place where it will erupt.
All right. Well, that is everything we have for our instructions.